Oh, another interesting project which you worked on was for Hinge.
Hmm.
So, can you tell us more about that? Like, was it for the company? Was it a passion project? And also explain more in depth about that project by explaining your case study.
Yeah, so this one was not um it was not actually for the company. It was more of a problem that I saw out in the world and wanted to fix that up a little bit. Um it was more from a problem that I had saw um out in the world, or that me and my team had saw out in the world, and we wanted to tackle like solving it. And we solved it through the lens of Hinge. So it started off as me and my teammates were tasked with understanding how microaggressions show up within people. And for those of you who don't know, microaggressions are sort of invalidations that people say to you, especially it most likely happens with people of color. Um, but it's invalidations that people say that invalidate your experience as a person of color. So, for example, is oh, um, you're very pretty for a black girl, or like things like that that invalidate your entire experience, or just like a plethora of others. And so we wanted to understand, you know, what prompts people to say those things or like feel those things are okay, and what's sort of the more like reasoning behind it. And we boiled it down to it's a whole lot of communication that's involved in it. Um, and those microaggressions sort of stem for people having a lack of understanding of how to effectively communicate those things in a way that does not sort of rub anybody else the wrong way or invalidate their experience. So from taking that learning, we saw an opportunity in the dating space to sort of tackle microaggressions in dating, because as more and more dating apps come onto the rise, there's been a trend that there's been more like interracial couples as well, because dating apps have sort of broken down this barrier and allow people to meet whoever they really want to meet, and so they're able to form connections with basically anybody. So as more and more interracial couples sort of like happen and there's more interracial connections, there's more room for these sort of like invalidations to come to the forefront. So we wanted to create a solution that will help people combat um, those invalidations, but also provide them with tools and able to provide them with tools to enable to like get
Right.
over that bump in their relationship and sort of navigate that rocky thing. So that led us to creating this new feature set within Hinge called Focus for Hinge, which is a feature-wide expansion of the Hinge app that sort of acts as a dating coach and helps you sort of learn tactics to date better and also communicate better with your partner.
Right.
Yeah. So focus for Hinge, and you see the sort of title phase. The title was "Did you hang out with Braxton today?" So this feature was geared all around geolocation and sort of figuring out when people were together to ask them to reflect on their time together. And by reflecting on their time together, um, you're not only able to understand, how you actually felt about that person, but Hinge is also able to collect that data and then understand about you as a dater. So, the people that you like, what you don't like, what your quirks are, which that insight hasn't been developed by or hasn't been thought of by other dating apps. They kind of just want you to get as much matches as you can and they don't really focus on what do I do after this match. They leave that up into the hands of us. And a lot of us, if we are dating, um, it's just really practice learning how to date better. And none of us are experts, on that whole dating thing. So how do we help people through this dating experience and not just in finding connections?
Right.
Um, so how focus all works together is once you meet that person, you can reflect on your date with them. Um, and you go through this entire flow of sort of archiving your time spent with this person. And a big thing for us here when making this was to make this extremely intentional, but very like quick as well. So with a lot of these flows, you'll see different toggles, different sort of button actions and things like that they keep you engaged in the reflection, but they don't necessarily ask you to go really in depth about this entire experience. So by having this sort of ad lib style, you're able to get a very clear template about how your date went.
Right.
And also Hinge is able to take that and feel like, okay, what is this person as a dater? So at the end of the flow, it gives them a reflection, which basically is everything that they inputted comes to like this little story that you can read back and you can decide, okay, you know what, I actually did enjoy this person, and here's the reasons why I enjoyed this thing. Um, so it also provides validation and feedback, because one of the biggest things within dating is you don't know if you're doing it right all the time. And sometimes you just need a little bit of, you know what, that's okay. On to
Right.
the next one, or that's okay. Like, what you're doing is fine. You just need that little bit of validation. And there was an opportunity there for Hinge to step in and really provide that support that people could give, and then give them the option to hang out with that person again. So
Yeah.
in that moment, they're like, you know what, I made the decision that this is someone that I might want to keep around in my life for a little bit. Um, let's see how we can keep the sort of loop going around. Additional feature was adding in a dating log, to keep track of all the dates that people go on, also showing them the colors of the dates, so they can immediately see, okay, um, they can immediately tell like what type of time they had with that person. So green being good, red being not so great with that. So it's more about having people be more introspective about their dating experience and helping them through this dating process. So the really big part to focus is focus mode, which is once you've decided that once you and your partner have decided that y'all want to take it to the next level, there was opportunity here to not sort of delete a dating app, but use a dating app to help you like through this experience of connecting with somebody deeper. So by keeping some of the things the same, such as having the reflections and having the features such as good spots to date or like love language tests and stuff like that, we got rid of the rest of the functionality within Hinge, which is basically like getting likes and matches, and just had you focus on one person. And so by focusing on one person, you're more able to really deeply understand your connection with that. There was a study that was done that basically said that you're really only able to handle up to 5 or 6 potential matches at one time, and anything above that is overwhelming for people.
Yeah.
So we really took that into stride and made it so you only can focus on one person at a time, and you can really decide from there. Is this a good fit for me or not? And the opposite side to that is that the Hinge algorithm can use that data even more for if things do go south. Um, they can use that to get you better matches later on, because they know more about you, your dating habits, your likes, your dislikes, and they'll know more about like other users as well, so they can create more pairings. Because Hinge's mission is to be deleted, and in order to be effectively deleted, you have to make sure that a connection is long lasting. Um, So the other part of this is providing focus activities. So let's say an example is one person might feel like they were invalidated in an experience, and somebody else might feel like they had a good time. So Hinge will have a couple of activities that they will be able to serve up to people. They're all communication focused. So this example is play a silent game. It's like play a game, but you can only talk when it's your turn. And these sort of activities help people come to common terms about navigating these difficult relationships by giving them the space to do so. So one thing we never wanted to do was tell people the right thing to do. We just wanted to create more opportunity for people to do that
Creating more
thing.
engagement.
Yeah, creating more engagement, but also creating more opportunity within your date to have that time to actually communicate. Because a lot of times, you're doing a bunch of different other things. You might not be able to effectively set down time to be like, I felt a way about this, and I just want to talk to you about it. But
Right.
by playing these games and having these activities, it creates that opportunity for you to do that in that way. And so just like any of my other projects, the process really starts with just like learning as much as I could. Um, but the interesting part with this was that I actually, the best way for me to learn how Hinge worked was for me to use Hinge. Um, so I spent maybe like a little bit over almost a month on Hinge and just like getting like really immersing myself into this app and this app's culture.
Yeah.
And it was mind blowing just to go at it with that lens versus going at it as like being a single person wanting to like go on a date. I was way more perceptive to like how the app worked and like what are people's feelings on like learning like how are people using the app. So it gave me really deeper insights into the sort of it gave me really deeper insights into things I should consider when designing for this platform, and designing for this user base and these people. Like one thing was Hinge is very intentional about their movement in their app. So when it came to recreating this reflection piece, I had to be intentional as well. So I had to, think about
Did you
uh,
go on any dates and tell the date that your intention was just user research?
yeah, so I actually like went on a couple of dates and informed people straight up that I was like, listen, I'm a designer, I'm doing like this sort of thing, but I would still love to go out on a date and sort of like grab drinks, do some other things, or just like learn more
Yeah.
about people. I think that's just testament to me liking to connect with folks. um, so I think I went on like three or four and just sort of like talked to these people and like learned about what their likes and dislikes, like what they wish they could do more of, and also like what they needed out of a dating app. So it was, I think this was one of my favorite bits of research because it was so hands on and it was so like, who's gonna, I don't know what prompted me to be like, let's go on some dates and see what could kind of happen. But I learned so much and could incorporate that into the design better. And I felt more, I would say, close to
Nice.
the problem, and close to the implementation because I had lived it at that point.
Yeah.
Uh, so it's wireframes and testing and then prototyping. That I use origami to prototype, and I learned origami and while I was at Google this summer.
Oh, nice.
And,
A lot of people
and
use
it,
Principle and Prototype.
you said
Majority
what?
majority of the designers I know use Principle and Prototype.
Yeah, I use Principal most often. Um, I definitely use Principal for this project. These some of the smaller ones, but for this slider, I wanted to use origami to get sort of it the way I want it to be.
Yeah.
So like if you can see in this background, so during the conversation I felt, and then there's a slider where you can select the adjective, and I needed it to be more like code like.
Right.
So I was like, great, I don't want to code this, but I need something that's close to code. And origami is like the intermediate between it does it for you and you having to code it out. So I was able to have a little bit more control
Nice.
over how those options displayed, and whatnot.
Yeah.
And that was something that I maybe learned in one session at Google. It was like an hour. And then to make this prototype maybe took like 2 or 3 hours
Right.
of just like dedicated like learning and trying and figuring out. But it's part of just like my process of like learning anything is like getting it as fast as you can and testing and failing until you get to what you want. But yeah, so that was Hinge.